Good afternoon, guys. What is going on? Greg A forgot his hat today, so we are rocking no hat unless we pull a Mr. No Boost and wear our sombrero all video long. But where we are currently is Jesse did not have lunch, so Jesse's hungry. Go figure again. So we are picking up a pizza and then going back to the house. Now, today we have a lot of people picking up some parts, so we're gonna be doing some of that. We're gonna be doing a little bit of running around today. We don't really have a specific truck goal. We actually might be tearing down the motor in the actual garage, so we got that going on. But
why you got my hat on?
Cause nobody likes Greg A with no hat. So I said they could either have no hat or the sombrero. So that's what we got going on. I've already informed them that you are ordering a pizza because you love food. That's it. The pizza, actually for me too. I'm kind of hungry as well. So stop rocking the boat, man.
Wrench? Hey, don't rock the boat.
Work sombreros.
Wrenchwork sombreros, hey.
It's just gonna be 25 minutes.
25 minutes? But like I mentioned, not a very serious day going on, guys. Just kind of hanging out, seeing what kind of trouble we can get into. I think Snap-on Ryan's probably coming back. Snap-on Ryan's been in 3 consecutive videos in a row, and
that's a record.
It's a record. The women in his life happen to be out of town. That's why we got the special week edition of Snap-on Ryan in the video. So how's the pizza, Jesse?
It's good. I was starving.
We got our burnout man. He just came by and picked up a headlight switch.
I figured he was gonna rip.
So I don't know if he knew the camera was going. Headlight switch is gone now. A couple bucks for that. And I think the guy with the fender is coming by.
We also had another catastrophic event on Sunday after the Trip Turbsky truck blew up.
We did?
We had a major spill.
Oh, we had a blowout. We had a grease blowout from the grill. so now Jesse's bed is permanently coated in grease.
That spot won't rust.
No, not at all. Alrighty, guys, and that is it. We are officially fenderless. So, fender is what?
Fenderless-ish.
Fenderless. Oh, yeah, well, we still got... But, fender's gone. What else do we say? Oh, headlight switch and right front fender. Gone.
Gone.
Gone. She gone.
She done.
All right, Jesse. Now what are we doing the rest of the day? This video is going to be lacking some serious content. Let's put it that way. So, like I mentioned, I think what we are going to do is continue to tear down the spare Send It motor. Last night we did get the fan assembly off. We just took that off complete. Got the engine harmonic balancer off. And now we can pretty much start taking the cover bolts off, take that off. Then we can actually start taking the pump off, because I'm just basically going to take off what I am going to use and then give the rest to Mr. Send It. So we could do that tonight, because that needs to happen so this thing can then move out.
This thing is repulsive.
Alright, so the front cover is now off. If you guys haven't seen the inside of a Cummins engine, this is the pump gear, this is your crank, that is your cam, that is your oil pump, and this is your power steering slash vacuum, whatever the hell it is, magical stuff behind there. So what we're going to do is we're going to bust a nut here. We're going to pull the pump gear off. I mean, if you're going to actually pull the P-pump, you don't necessarily need to take the cover off like we did. You can just loosen this nut. That gear will pretty much stay in there. But seeing that we're taking the whole thing off. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I just forgot something, Jess.
What?
If we're going to pull the case off, we got to actually pull the cam out. So if you are going to P-pump swap, you actually need to... I keep forgetting how much we actually got to take off this thing.
Yeah, our workload just got a little bit...
Yeah, we were looking for a nice couple, an hour project here. This is, so who knows what we'll end up getting done tonight, but we will at least get the pump off for you guys. So it might be a little hard to see with the gunk in the way, but this case was actually welded before. You can see right here the dowel pin did claim yet another victim, but it looked like the case was probably repairable, and they probably just welded that while the dowel pin broke. So this has been apart before. A little bit of a rusty crusty injector line set, but those are off. Now we are going to move to breaking that nut free on the pump gear and then basically removing the pump. So what we need to do is the fuel supply and return. The boost elbow, the boost line there needs to come off. There is a support bracket down here, I believe, on this bolt right there, and basically the VE pumps are held in. Let me get you a little bit more light here. The VE pumps are held in by three nuts, not bolts. I was going to say bolts. 3 nuts. The P pumps are held in by 4. That's really the whole entire reason that you need a different case. The actual mounting studs are completely different on a VE engine versus a P pump engine. So therefore, the whole case has to be changed along with the pump and all the extra accessories. So like I mentioned, we're going to get to removing those lines. And then we should be getting closer, guys. Alright, so it's not very good lighting, but what we're going to do right before we take the pump off, pretty much we are ready to bust our main nut on the front there on the gear. And then what we're going to do beforehand is just pin time the pump back to where it was. The timing's going to have to be redone when this goes back on the first end, and we don't even know if we're going to send this out, get this overhauled, get it oversized and flowed and benched and whatnot. But anyway, just for good measure, we are going to pin time the pump, which is right to factory spec, back to factory spec. So what Jesse's going to do is he's going to rotate the engine around, and right in here, you can see this cap is pretty much right here, and you undo this cap, and this is your little tool here, and this fits in a groove inside here, and once the motor rotates around and comes around with the timing of the pump, then we can stick this in here in the groove, and then we know it's pin time back to the original factory spec of what this pump was pin time to, which, seeing that this is a pretty much almost stock truck, it is probably going to be whatever, I think it's 12.5 or whatever it might be. So let's see if we can get this thing to focus here. This is going to be a challenge. Oh, by the way, I don't think we mentioned this. There's a lot of oil that comes out of that plug, so make sure when you are doing this that you have... Okay, so right there. So when you rotate the engine around, you're going to see this little flap that comes around, and basically this little tool here, you can see is grooved. That is going to then slide into that little slot that spins around. It's going to be like a flat piece, and then this little flap tit, for better lack of better words, basically
Flathead
slides.
screwdriver.
Yeah, that little flathead screwdriver tip comes around, and then that basically, you want this thing to slide in there very freely, not binding up in any way, shape, or form. Oop,
Up there.
a little oily, slipped out of my hands. But you want that to slide in there. That's how you know your pump is pin time. So now that we have that, we can continue taking off the rest of the pump.
That was all stupid. I remember doing that.
Alrighty guys, so I wish I had some better news and some better luck, but this pump gear right here is not giving it up whatsoever. 2 pullers later, I mean, I tried everything. Heat, it's just, that gear does not want to come off. And I'm gonna go get the right puller, which is a little shorter, a little thicker, and see if that will work. It probably, under normal circumstances, would have come off with those pullers, but I'm not sure if it got really Loctited on the shaft. That's why I tried heating it up. I tried a lot of different things. I even phoned a friend to see what he thought, and the outcome is the gear is still on the shaft of the pump. But we will get that eventually, but for tonight, it is already 11 o'clock. So the pump is pretty much ready to pull off. Once we get that gear off, all we really got to do is take the support bracket and the base off, and that's pretty much it. But for tonight, seeing that we ran out of time, we're pretty much going to end here, guys. So I apologize we didn't get further, but no big deal. We'll just get it another day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button before you leave. Subscribe if you have not already. I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.